Hello, it's me, Teacher Emily. Welcome to my new activity called Save the City. It is superhero and comic book inspired. It is jam-packed with activity. There are so many different buildings and levels on these buildings with images that include different people with dialogues. Here are the activities that can be found inside the playground and then a map of where you can find these activities. So let's go ahead and pop into the playground so I can give you a look around. Okay, so let's start from the very top. Most of these buildings feature rooftop access, so there are 3 different levels, and then you just follow the stairs up to the top and you can access the roof of all of these buildings. What is really cool is that you are able to hop from one building to the next, so it's like a whole nother level up on top of the roofs. Here is a Batman inspired word search. You can drag these white tiles onto the word when you find them. Remember to hit the shift key to lock these into place. And over on this wall, there are alphabet tiles with the white puzzle pieces being consonant letters, and the black puzzle pieces are the vowels. The puzzle pieces are set in place for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 letter words. You can use these up on the board. Remember to hit the shift key and drag in some vowels, whatever you want to do here. You can use these up here, or what's also really cool is that you can, from the floor, you can see these if you look up into the sky. So as a teacher or even as a student, you can place word activities throughout the playground, this whole activity. You can also place them in the actual playground that's within this activity down below. So if you want to put one of these puzzle pieces down here, you could just drag it down. You can put them on the buildings. You can walk through and talk about different sight words. However you want to do that, there are a lot of different options, but that gives you flexibility as a teacher to turn this activity into just about anything that you want. Okay, so there is that, and then these superheroes up top. That is another activity. That is the Save the City activity, and it starts with Batman. So you go up to Batman. Batman greets you and tells you which superhero to go to next and where to find them. And so you follow these superheroes along, following their directions to find the key to save the city. And then you can see that the lock for that key, once you do find it, you will just drag the key up into the air and put it on the Batman symbol. Okay, so here's where we land when we enter the playground. There are 3 buildings right in the center, which are like houses. There are people inside. The upstairs has a bed. Okay, so just your basic city houses. And here is the school. So you walk in. Here are some sight word posters. Here's a poster on the weather. Over here we have the alphabet, some numbers. These are some pre-made slides that you can drag over onto the board and resize. Okay, you can do that with all of these. And then also all of these alphabets and the punctuation and also the numbers below, they are tiles. You can, let's lock this. These are locked and set to clonable. So you can drag the correct letter onto the board for the poster. There's a lot that you can do on this board. Okay, and then there's also an upstairs to the schoolhouse, which has a library. Just some tables and cool sitting area. And then there's also a real world map. There's the main level, and then these have upstairs levels. just kind of hop off to the side here to get to this level. So these are math problems. One of the activities is a set of 9 math problems. The person with the dialogue on the first floor will ask you a math problem. Maybe the student can answer it without working out the problem. But if they're anything like me, when I was a student, I like to see the whole scenario played out. So on the chalkboards above, there are some movable images so you can walk through the word problem with your student. So I'll give you another example over here. The buildings with the stars on the top are the word problem buildings. So here we have a woman asking us about Amy's library books. I'm not sure what the answer is, so I'm going to go upstairs and we are going to have some fun working through the problem together. Here's the chalkboard. Here is Amy. Actually, first, here we have the word problem split up into steps. That's what I like to see. It's helpful for the students to have it separated. First, we can work on this first sticky. Amy has 8 library books. Here's Amy. Here are her 8 library books. The next step, she returns 4 books. So let's go ahead and drag 4 of these books back to the library. So now we can talk about how many books does Amy have now. She only has 4. The next step, but she checks out 2 more. So let's take 2 more library books from the library. How many library books does she have? So then you can see and count, she has 6 library books. Awesome. Okay, so we have questions like that in 9 different buildings. Each question, when you do answer it correctly, so the answer to this one was 6. So I'm going to drag the number 6, and that reveals a word that we are going to plug into the wall to unscramble a Batman sentence. And I'll show you where that is. Okay, decode and unscramble the sentence. Also in this activity we have Mad Libs. There are 3 walls of Mad Libs: verb Mad Libs, adjectives, and nouns. And what you do with these, before we reveal what is behind these, you're going to ask them to fill in these blank spaces with some of these words. These are draggable, so you can just put random nouns onto this Mad Lib. So you want to read the words, you want them to be purposefully choosing these words, and then you can reveal the story and see how it makes sense. Once upon a time there was a fish named Joe. He liked to learn all about girl. One day he met a chair. They became best friends. They enjoyed eating Santa and watching movies about child. Okay, here we have Batman's house. It is fully furnished. Here is his kitchen and dining area with his butler, his living room area. He's watching the news. And then he also has his upstairs master bedroom. Okay, and then he has a balcony and he can look over the city, and a master bathroom. He also has these stairs to go to the roof. But the best part is his underground garage. The stairwell for this is a little bit hidden. It's back here, and you go underground. Here are his cars. Here is his Batman suit. Here is one of the superhero clues for one of those activities we talked about. And this is the track that he races his cars on. But over here we also have a syllable sort. So these are little water balloons. You can talk about the words and how many syllables are in them. And then you can throw them from here. Starfish is 2 syllables. We throw them at these monsters. Okay?